to Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, food, relationships, and mental health. Our weekly co-hosts are Dr. Delvena Thomas, Imani Warren, and Chef Irie. Now introducing our host, Miss Nicky Gelin.
All right, y'all. So happy Hump Wednesday and welcome to another episode of MIA Magazine Presents. So tonight's show is brought to you all by the Florida Lottery and Duke and Dame Whiskey, and also the FAMU Medical Marijuana and Education Institute. Get credible information and engage in a safe space to learn and talk about cannabis. Educate, learn, and talk about cannabis right here within Florida. So last week was our last announcement for our Jazz in the Gardens 2-ticket giveaway. So we are announcing the winner tonight after tonight's episode. So in order to be eligible, you just had to comment under my video why you would like to attend and which artist you would like to see. So we already gave away 3 tickets. Well, we gave away 3 to 3 lucky winners, 2 tickets each. And now the last giveaway is tonight. So thank you all so much for submitting your answers. There are so many submissions. So hang on, stay tight, and we're going to announce the winners tonight after tonight's episode. So now nominations are open for Legacy Magazine's most influential and powerful Black business professionals for 2023. The deadline is creeping up. It is March 17th. So visit miamediagrp.com/nominations to nominate your most influential and powerful Black business professional. So y'all, last Friday, we released the official publication for Jazz in the Gardens. So MIA Magazine is the official publication for Jazz in the Gardens. And on the cover, it is featuring one of the headliners, Charlie Wilson. So let's go ahead and show that cover. Yes. And so again, he is a repeat, headliner for Jazz in the Gardens, and he is our featured cover for this issue. And also, if you didn't know, MIA Magazine is an entertainment publication for Black South Florida. And I'm honored to announce that I'm now the editor at large for MIA Magazine. So y'all seen that we've been on the ground for MIA Soul, bringing you all the latest entertainment, all the latest news, everything that's happening within South Florida. And I'm so thrilled and so happy to now be the editor at large. My first column is published in the latest issue with Charlie Wilson being the headliner. So pick up your copies today. It's inserted in the Miami Herald or the Sun Sentinel. So again, Jazz in the Gardens, it kicks off on March 10th, this weekend coming up. Get your tickets, pick up your copies, and we'll see you this weekend. All right, so we have a video to play as well for Jazz in the Gardens. Ali, are we going to play that promo video? And I guess we'll go ahead and play that video later. So now, y'all, we have a lineup of guests tonight. So I'll be speaking to playwright, reporter, and television writer from South Florida, Aurin Squire, and also the director, Shaun about Miami's new drama, Defacing Michael Jackson. It's a world premiere play. So hello, Aurin. Hello, Shaun. How's it going this Hump Wednesday?
Going well. Thank you so much.
It's great to be here. Yeah, I love it. I'm here in Hilton Head, South Carolina, but we'll be back in Miami soon.
Oh, you're in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So tell us a bit about your backgrounds, and Aurin, we'll start with you first.
Well, I'm from South Florida, born and raised, born at Mount Sinai Hospital on Miami Beach. And then I went away to school in Chicago, New York. And now because of the pandemic, I get to go back and forth between where I live in Brooklyn and Miami a lot, thanks to Zoom, and also thanks to Miami New Drama, who the last few years has been producing a few of my plays every season, one-off, and giving me the opportunity to be back home and reconnect with the community I grew up with.
Yeah. Now, I'm thankfully, I have an opportunity to make my first visit to Miami with this production. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but currently right now I'm a Harlem, New York resident. And it's just an incredible piece that I'm glad I got a chance to, of course, connect with not just Aurin, but of course, Miami New Drama to present this kind of work, which should be seen. And I'm just excited for audiences to get a chance to really connect to it.
Definitely. So the new drama debuts, I believe, March 9th. It's literally like tomorrow, Thursday, correct? Yeah. So tell us about the reason behind this production.
Well, I was supposed to have a play this upcoming season about O.J. Simpson, the O.J. Simpson trial, and what was going on in Miami during that era. Since I was in high school and Versace's murder was sort of overlapping with that and all the insanity of that. But the director who I was working with asked for a delay because they're working on a big opera or something that's going somewhere. So we had an extra slot. Michelle read Defacing Michael Jackson years ago and would say, oh, we'd really love to do it, but it's probably not for our theater. And I've heard that from many theaters. I go, okay, that's fine. It's actually got me more TV jobs than theater jobs, and it's a play. So I just go, okay, that's fine. And then with this opening, he said, do you have anything to submit? And, you know, I submitted a few plays. And then he said, wait, you know, the first play I read, we should do that. And I was like, look, I don't want to force you if you want to do it. I'm used to people reading this play and saying, wow, we love it. We're not going to do it. But he was like, no, we will actually do it. So I'm so grateful. Happy accidents, as I like to say. It's been one of the themes of my career of like something falling through, but then another thing sliding into place, or opening being available and someone saying, do you have a play with these exact amount of people or this dynamic, and being like, yes, here you go. So that was the happy accident with Defacing Michael Jackson at Miami New Drama.
That's a great accident. So I just want to ask you, like, how long ago did you write this play?
I mean, I wrote the one-act version in 2004. It won.
2004.
2004. And for years, people said you should expand it out. I had no desire. And then Michael Jackson passed away. And then people said, you should expand this out. And I was like, all right, well, maybe. And so I had a free month. I sat down, wrote out a full-length version of that. And maybe 2013, that was what got me into Juilliard. That was a play I submitted to get me into Juilliard. Then I was there for 2 years. I graduated. And then they did a Chicago workshop production in 2018, which I didn't see because I was actually, it's a long story, but I was in a month-long meditation retreat and doing other stuff. So I like the day it ended was the day I arrived in Chicago for a conference. So I just missed that. And so this is the first time being able to actually see it and getting a chance to rework it from that 2013 and then 2018 version.
Yeah. I mean, like almost 2 decades later, and now you're bringing this to us. That I think that's phenomenal. You know, you've like rebirthed your concept from 2004, and it's now 2023, and look, we're about to see it like literally this weekend. So that's phenomenal. So what can we expect? So Shaun, you're the director. What can we expect with this play?
Well, I think that, you know, Aurin, of course, surmised about how much time he spent on it, but really how much time it covers. There's no limit to the amount of superlatives about this show. When people ask me what the show is about, I said it's about us. It's about people, and just fill in the blank. It's just a story that, of course, takes place really between 1984 and 2009. But in that, we get a chance to see people grow up and have to face challenges and love and identity. So I think it's a play that's going to bring you in. You hear Defacing Michael Jackson, you hear that Michael Jackson. And what we realize is that it's, yes, Michael Jackson is a component, but only because the people need him. You know, he's not the most striking thought of the show. It's really the people's needs in it. So I think it's going to be something that's going to take people here in Florida, of course, because it's set in Opelika. They're going to take them down memory lane. I'm not from here, but I've heard that from numerous for people who have had that. And then for me, it can be anywhere. It's taking me back to my childhood, my love of Michael, my search for identity, my search for who I am in this world and how I survived the challenges, especially going through those teenage years. So it feels like we've all had this story, and the fact that we get to see it reflected back to us is just really, really important.
Yeah, and how deep does the play go? I mean, do you talk about, I guess, discrimination or any
Oh
kind of
yes.
issues within the music industry? Like, what kind
Well,
of messages does this production give off?
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where so music is sort of the underbelly. Michael sort of represents that as an idol, as a hero, but it's not about Michael in itself. It's about these five really youth or adolescents, 15, 16-year-olds, and really gentrification. It becomes a big part of it. We have a young white family. We have a white family who moves in, and this young white male comes in who identifies and loves Michael, joins the Opalaka Michael Jackson fan club that sort of exists already between a few youths. And then it's a search then for who does Michael belong to? Who does Michael represent? As we know, Michael has had many faces, and in those faces, it sort of touched different people, but also distanced himself from others. I remember, of course, growing up with Michael, and Michael was very much like me, wide nose, bigger lips. And then by the end, he looked so distant from me. I didn't know if he was my Michael anymore. And that's a question that we are searching for in the play, and the characters search for within themselves, like, who am I? Because I don't see my heroes, or they don't represent me the way I thought they would. And really, what does it mean to own ourselves? I think Michael sort of reflects that back to us. But the good thing is it's funny. It sounds like a lot of that, but it's hilarious, because it's real life, and we need to search for joy in real life in our toughest moments. So, but it's got at the middle of it, it's got that heart. It's got the heart. It's got that underbeat. It's got that belly. It's got something that drives the play forward. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a ride. The whole thing's a ride. It makes a lot of sense that Aurin has had the success he's had, not just in his work in theater, but of course for anything that's for film or on camera, on television, because it is very cinematic in the feeling that it's meant to bring you in and not separate you. So the great thing is it opens it up to the audience, and wherever you sit, they're going to come to you. They get close to everyone in the theater, and we tackle a lot of things which we don't often say out loud, and it's really an incredible journey that I think everyone's going to be able to take.
And I just want to add on to what Shaun
Yes.
said, because I realized, Nicky, you asked why, and I told you just the logistical how, but the actual why is it's a childhood ritual exercise, a writing exercise done a long time ago about things we did as children or young adults that formed community, had a ritual to it, and that eventually broke apart as we grew older. And so that was the beginning of this story about 5 youths in Opalaka, Florida, who have a Michael Jackson fan club and who are watching his video again and again at the lead character's house, who is the first person to have a VCR. And so it's people gathering around this new technology, like they're gathering around the fireplace and gathering around sort of the hero worship of this fire, thanks to the VCR and technology of Michael Jackson. And that was sort of the impetus of it, and examining, like Shaun said, our nostalgia, our childhood, the heroes we had as children, and then at what point we sort of grow up, or at what point we look at our heroes differently as we age and we do that with everyone. Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. We look at our heroes differently as we age, and that gives us some layers of insight and awareness into our own lives.
Right. Wow, that's a really good perspective. Thank you so much for adding that piece to it. So where is it, and how can we find tickets and more information?
Well, of course, it is going to be going up March 9th. And it's going to go to April 2nd, and it's going to be at Miami New Drama, the Colony Theater. Definitely check out, of course, miaminewdrama.org for tickets. It's just an incredible piece. Just know that when you come in, you sit, we're going to take you from a ride to beginning to the end. And you will feel every single emotion that you can think of, because it really encapsulates what it is to be us. And we need to feel everything. And it's all allowed here. And we want everyone to see themselves in each one of these characters, and I think you will.
Awesome. Yeah, I see the 5 youth in the flyer cover. So, and it ends April 2nd. So almost a month worth, that we're able to come and watch, get our tickets and enjoy it. So thank you so much. Congratulations. I know that you're currently in rehearsals and you're trying to get everything together for the big production and the big launch for tomorrow. So thank you so much again. Congrats again. And I would like to make it out and experience that for myself and see what,
Absolutely.
just experience the message behind the production. It's almost 2 decades in the making. So we'd love to come out and support.
Yeah, definitely.
Love to have you out here again. We'll save a seat for you. We'll put it like that.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And now on to our next guest of the night. So Jazz in the Gardens, again, it kicks off literally this weekend. So I'll be speaking to drummer, producer, and arranger Jody Hill about his role with the festival and which artists he's looking forward to seeing. So hello, Jody. How's it going this Wednesday?
Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
Well, look at you outside all sunny and bright, huh?
When you're busy, and then you got to do what you got to do, to talk to people like yourself. How are you?
Got to make it work, I'm doing really good. I'm very excited for this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. So Jazz Gardens kicks off this weekend. And I know you've participated and you've partnered with the festival in the past. So so you're performing again this year for 2023.
Yes, I am.
Is it always the same experience?
Say again?
Go ahead. Yes. I think we have a bit of a signal issue, but go ahead.
All right. So this year, last year I was as like an artist in the band. This year I'm mainly like, how can I put it? Music director for all the 3 acts. That's what we're performing this year. So I kind of kick back to a back seat, but not really a back seat, but providing all the music for the artists that I provided for this year. So it's going to be amazing. We got a good lineup from our local artists this year. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Okay, so tell us about the local artists for the lineup this
year. April, Raquel, she's amazing
she's
artist.
Awesome.
Lavi, that's another. Oh man, the lineup is amazing. Lavi, and then one of my artists, Ronnie VOP, is going to be there as well. So it's going to be an amazing. All of them have original material, and all of them have been on big platforms. And we're providing the music for them. D-Fry Funk providing the music for them. Live band, live.
I love that.
Yes, live. There's nothing like live.
I've seen Deep Fried Funk Band perform. Yeah, definitely. Yes, live music is everything. And April, very talented, beautiful.
Very talented.
I've heard her sing before. I'm looking forward to seeing her perform live on stage. And we had La Vie on our show last week as well. Super, super talented. And then the third artist, I'm not familiar with him, but I'm looking forward to seeing him perform live on stage. But I've seen your band perform, and y'all are like, real
thank
lit.
you. Thank you.
You're gonna say something.
You're gonna have an amazing time with Ronnie. Ronnie was on the 4 with Diddy and Megan. What's that girl name? Megan, whatever her name is, and Khaled, DJ Khaled. So he was on the 4, and so he's an amazing. I can vouch for him. He's an amazing, amazing singer and a performer. So it's gonna be great. So will I see you this year?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Okay.
So will I see you this year?
Yeah, I'm there every single year. Yes.
But you don't never make it to the stage so we can communicate.
I was there last year, but I couldn't make my way to the front. The crowd was so like packed in the front. I was like, You know what? I'm gonna stay right here. But I got some of y'all last year, but I will make my way to the front this year.
All right, so
I'd love to meet y'all in person.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my security staff to make sure they go get you and bring you backstage. How about that?
I like that VIP treatment. Okay. I'm
You know
about
how
that
it is. You
life.
deserve it.
All right.
You deserve it.
Awesome. Well,
That's what's up.
thank you very much.
Not a
Thank
problem.
you. Well,
Not a
Jody,
problem.
thank you so much. And wait, so what day are y'all performing? Or what day are the 3 artists performing? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
April is performing Saturday, and then Ronnie and La Vie is performing Sunday. Deep Fried Funk Band is providing the music both days.
Both days. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'll see you both days then. All right then.
Okay. All right,
Well,
it's a pleasure.
thank
And
you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much
Enjoy
for the
your
platform.
Wednesday.
Thank you. Take care.
Definitely. Thank you. Yes, we're going to go ahead and play a little sizzle or promo for Jazz in the Gardens 2023.
Y'all ready to settle down and get with this? You know, settle into this feeling? Because, you know, it's a lot of love here. Love.
Let's take a long walk around the park, after dark, find a spot for us to spot. Oh, my mind, I'm faced.
Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Turn the ball. Yo, yo. Tell me what no side girl.
When I like it, you send chills up my spine every time.
Won't stop with me. You're present in every step, patient in every heart.
Do you wanna be better? Turned around, turned around.
All right, y'all. So it's going down this weekend. Make sure you get your tickets. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody perform, in particular, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Ari Lennox, Keisha Cole, Sean Paul. So get y'all tickets. It's going down this Saturday and Sunday, the 16th annual Jazz in the Gardens Festival. All right, so now on to one of my co-hosts. She's our board-certified psychiatrist and also the founder of the Brain Love podcast. So Dr. Alma, also known as Dr. Delvena, what are we talking about tonight?
Hey, Nicky. Happy Hump Wednesday. Are you ready to take the couch? So, a lot has gone on in the last week or so. I posted a video. You guys know I'm a psychiatrist and I talk about all topics under the umbrella of mental health and wellness. And one of the topics under the umbrella of mental health and wellness is the topic of personal relations. I'm talking about sex and intimacy. And the conversation makes a lot of people uncomfortable. They're so uncomfortable that they don't talk to their children about the birds and the bees. They don't know when to talk to their children about the birds and the bees. And they also don't allow their children to feel comfortable talking about situations that may have occurred to them, like situations of child abuse, molestation, and incest. And this is why we have to have these open conversations, because if you as an adult are not comfortable in talking about sex, intimacy, and you don't have to talk about it on an open forum, but being able to, process and be okay with seeing it spoken about by another person. And oftentimes I find that women are not comfortable with this discussion, and it's Black women. And I think this is a shortcoming in our communities because of how we make our women feel. Calling women hoes and bees and all of these things because they may have a dating pool. And there's nothing wrong with the dating pool at an early time during a situation when you're trying to decide who you want to settle down with. So if a woman is seen out with guy A, the next week she's with guy C, and then another day she's with guy B, people look and they automatically assume, okay, sex must be taking place. But that is probably not even the situation. In order to discover who you want to spend your time with or who you want to be with, you have to kind of have auditions, and you have auditions by entertaining or participating in dating. Now, Because of some of the conversations I've had on social media, a pastor, Pastor G, who's actually from the 305, she's from Miami, but now she's in Georgia, reached out to me for a conversation. So we're going live on Monday night. Here's the flyer. This is the flyer that I posted on my page. We're going live Monday night at 7 p.m. with Pastor G. You can find her IG on my IG page, Dr. Delvena. The flyer's posted there, and I tag her on that post. So come on Monday night. We're discussing everything sex and relationships with Pastor G. This conversation with Pastor G was probably brought about because of this video that I posted. Women got upset because I posted a couple of things, some lions kind of engaging in just some play, some foreplay, and, you know, little intimate type stuff between lions. You know, animals can be intimate too. And I made a comment about men and how these are the things they're forgetting to do for their woman. Someone got on that and made such a disparaging comment about, why are you always talking about sex, blah, blah, blah. So I also made a video to address people who were in my DMs and commenting on my post, saying things about how I shouldn't be talking about sex. Here's that video. Hey, y'all. Some of the ladies were upset because they thought I was talking about sex today. I was not talking about sex. I was talking about intimacy, but maybe the fact that these prudes were so upset is why so many women are ashamed and embarrassed to talk about sex and intimacy. I was talking about intimacy. Intimacy does not have to be sex. Intimacy can be touching, hugging, kissing, sweet nothings, all of that stuff without any of the sexual content. I just want to remind people, men and women, intimacy fulfills many purposes. It's not just about making you feel good. Physically, you know, it's not just about an orgasm or a climax, but it's also about feeling good emotionally and mentally. Hugs and kisses and laughter shared between two people who love one another are mood boosters. It helps to enhance your feel-good chemicals. And it just also makes the other person feel confident and loved. So it's important. Don't shy away from it. And that's all I got for you, Nikki. Brain love.
In love, Dr. Delvena. And it is so true about what you said about parents speaking to their kids about sex and anything related to that topic. I know as far as me being a little girl growing up, I was very uncomfortable even talking about that subject with my mom and my dad. I felt like they did not make it a safe space to have those kind of conversations because maybe when they were growing up, it wasn't a safe space for them to have those conversations. So it's 2023 and, you know, the youth are so exposed at an early age to sex. I mean, there's social media, there's Snapchat, there's TikTok, there's YouTube. So they're more exposed now than ever. And as parents, yeah, we have to definitely be the first ones to have that conversation. So that way they don't go to the streets for that. So thank you for that. And I absolutely agree with you that women should be able to, I think you said it, have a dating pool. Yeah, just because women are dating multiple men doesn't mean that they're having sex with them. I mean, they're potential candidates or long-term candidates to be in a relationship with, or maybe even marriage material. So I agree with you in that sense as well. And the society always, it's a double standard with women versus men when it comes to sex and dating. Definitely a double standard. So perhaps maybe there's going to be a part 2, or there should be a part 2 to this conversation. So looking forward to your chat with the doctor that you mentioned earlier. So I do follow you on Instagram. I see all of your posts and I do read the comments, and I think it's great that you're having this conversation. So it's always good to have these conversations. They're icebreakers as well. They're healthy conversations, and we have to definitely face that elephant in the room. So again, y'all, Jazz in the Gardens, it kicks off this weekend. Super excited. It's the 16th. It's the 16th annual Jazz in the Gardens. Looking forward to it. Again, there's a great lineup this year. Shaun Paul, you know, I believe he's the first dancehall reggae artist to perform live on a stage. Also, Keisha Cole is new as well. Ari Lennox is new as well. We've had Erica and Jill in the past, and super excited to have them again. And Jodeci, ooh yeah. So Jodeci will be performing as well. I was a little girl a little girl. I believe I was in third grade when I first heard one of Jodeci's songs when they first came out, and then obviously there was Casey and JoJo afterwards with "All My Life." So that song I definitely know, but their prior songs, didn't really grow up when they first came about. But as I got older, that's when I learned more about their music, and their background. So y'all go ahead and purchase y'all tickets for the 16th annual Jazz in the Gardens. And I believe, yes, here we go. So again, MIA Magazine is the official publication for Jazz in the Gardens, and we have Charlie Wilson as our featured cover. The issue literally dropped last week, Friday. So if you have not picked up your copies, this is your sign to pick up your copies after the show ends. It's inserted in the Miami Herald or the Sun Sentinel. And y'all, this is my first editor-at-large column that I wrote pertaining to Jazz in the Gardens. I have my opinions about the different artists and the lineups and what to expect this year. So this is MIA Magazine. Again, it dropped on Friday. It is South Florida's Black entertainment magazine. We bring everything to you, all the cultural experiences, arts, restaurants, entertainment, features in particular. Again, we are highlighting Jazz in the Gardens for this year. So go ahead and pick up your copy for the 16th annual Jazz in the Gardens. It is in the Miami Herald or the Sun Sentinel. And again, we feature all the restaurants to visit within the Tri-County. So this weekend is Jazz in the Gardens, the 16th annual Jazz in the Gardens. If you have not gotten your tickets, please visit jazzgardens.com to purchase your tickets. There's an epic lineup. And and also congrats to our winner. So we're going to announce the winner after this episode airs. So make sure you visit our Instagram page. I'm going to tag your handle. So congratulations to all of our winners. And I will see you at Jazz in the Gardens. Thank you so much. Have a good night.